Hello and welcome to Old Ways Gardening and Prepping. My name is Teresa. I'd like to welcome you into the kitchen today because this past weekend I was blessed with several really big tubs of yogurt and I want to use it up so it doesn't go bad. Now today I will be making yogurt bread. Now it's going to be a quick bread, so it's not going to be like a yeast bread, which you can use yogurt in as well. Now I'm going to be making 2 batches. Each batch is going to be a double batch, so it's going to look like a whole lot. But in the description box below, I will have the recipe for the single batch. Now the first one I'm going to be, well, first off, I have the oven preheating at 350. I already have my little loaf pans greased. And you can also butter them as well. Just make sure that they are coated very well. Now I'm going to start out with, this is going to be a more simpler recipe because this is whole milk yogurt and it's going to have some flavor to it. So I don't have to doctor it up too much. Now, if you're doing a double batch like I am, it's going to be it comes out to a 32-ounce container of yogurt. It's the perfect size. Now, into this, I am going to crack 4 eggs. And I always use large or extra large eggs. Now this one I'm making simple compared to the next one because the next one is no fat yogurt and it's going to need help because I like real yogurt, I like fat yogurt. Oh, this smells so good. Now this is my beautiful homemade orange extract, which can also be a tincture as well. And I will do a video on how to make it here soon. Now I've already shook it real well. And a little bit extra. Because you don't have to worry, the alcohol will cook out. And we're going to whisk this very well. Oh, it smells good. Okay, me being me, I'm going to make it a little special. pull out some of the orange peel out of the extract and dice it up. Now you don't have to do this. You could also, if you can still find it, you can also use candied orange peel. You could add fruit like blueberries, strawberries, you name it. I said I wasn't going to make anything special, but I just thought it would be nice to have some of this orange rind cut up into the bread. And plus it'll impart even more flavor. It's hard for me to do anything simple. Okay. Now in this bag I have 4 cups of all-purpose flour. I have baking powder and baking soda and pink Himalayan salt. And to keep lumps down, you want to incorporate a little into the mixture at a time. Now, if you want to use a mixer, that's fine. I just don't have a big fancy mixer. I have the elbow grease mixer called a whisk. Oh no, I knew I was going to do it. Oh well. This smells amazing, and it's going to be really healthy for you. And of course, I forgot to add the sugar in with the yogurt. And that's 2 cups of sugar. Just remember, it's a double batch. And this wonderful recipe I haven't made in a long time. It's not quite as thick as a pound cake, but it's also not as light and fluffy as like an angel food cake. It's right there in the middle. want to make sure that you get all the flour incorporated, everything mixed together well. Make sure there's no lumps of flour. Okay. Okay, first batch is done. And you want to fill your pans about 2/3 of the way full. It's going to make more than I thought it was going to make. Which I'm perfectly fine with that. More is always a blessing. As long as it's good luck and good food. That one's going to be just a little shy, but that's fine. It's not going to hurt a thing. Now that I know I'm going to need, that it's going to make 4 pans, I'm going to have to get 2 more pans ready. And like I said, I prefer to butter my pans. I just didn't have any spare butter. Well, I had ghee, but I forgot to bring it with me. I'm not big on using the spray, but sometimes you have to. And I'm going to put them all in the oven at the same time. That way they all cook at the same time. Now this next batch is non-fat yogurt. I love yogurt. Non-fat yogurt needs a lot of help, and this is plain. So we're going to make it taste a whole lot better. And like I said, this is another 32-ounce container of yogurt. I am so thankful to have been blessed with the yogurt. Now, also another thing to say, if you see yogurt on clearance in the store, that'd be the perfect time to grab it to make this, or you can make your own homemade yogurt, or you can use fresh yogurt, either way. I just like to try to save food from going to the trash, because it's wasteful. I'm going to rinse my whisk off. And before I forget it this time, I'm adding the 2 cups of sugar. And this is, I wish you could smell it. Oh God. It's my homemade vanilla extract. It is so much better to make your own extract than to buy it in the store. It tastes so much better. A little extra never hurts anything. You just want to make sure that your egg yolks and your egg whites are incorporated very well. And of course, this is the flour, the baking powder, baking soda, and Himalayan salt mixed together. You just want to make sure that you get everything good and incorporated and there's no lumps. Now you can also add nuts into the recipe. When I was at the store this morning, the prices of nuts was a no. They have really gotten ridiculous. That's why we're going to have to start prepping. I have nuts at my house, but I'm at family doing this, so they don't have nuts here. Not anything from a tree. we all admit that we're a little crazy. And I try my best not to waste anything. Now, like I said, since this is no fat yogurt, I'm sorry, but it's got to be something good added to it besides just vanilla. And I found this bag of Godiva semi-sweet chocolate on clearance at the Kroger I went to this morning, because apparently a lot of stuff in the stores are being closed out, and I don't know why they'd be closing out chocolate chips, but I grabbed several bags. There was a lot of products being closed out in the freezer section and throughout the store. So apparently things are going to really start getting really tight here soon. And you just want to make sure you incorporate them real good. Now, one thing I have found over the years, when you're adding chocolate chips to anything, make sure they are covered with the batter, and that way they won't burn on you and they won't stick. Oh, this smells amazing. You can smell the yogurt, the vanilla, the chocolate. The same goes with the orange one. You can smell it. It's wonderful. And since these are semi-sweet chips, this is a little bit healthier for you. I'm sorry, gotta have a little bit of chocolate once in a while. It's actually good for you. Of course, now doctors would like to disagree, but we all know they don't always know what they're talking about. I'm fixing dilating if I have enough for another bread pan. And apparently I do. Which is not a bad thing. Even more is a blessing. Because you can freeze this. If you're blessed, and which I wished I had one, if you have a freeze dryer, you can slice it up and freeze dry it as well. One day I'm going to have a freeze dryer. There's so much I can do with the freeze dryer. And I know if I stay positive, it'll happen. They're just so expensive. Oh, it smells wonderful. And like I said, some pecans or some walnuts or black walnuts would be just wonderful in this. Now we're going to play what I affectionately call the rob game, where you take a little dough out from each of the other pans so that they pretty much have the same amount. Oh, that made way more than I expected, but I am perfectly fine with that. And the ones that you took the batter out, make sure that you work them back in, because you don't want any big air bubbles. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's really good. Yep, that's going to be plenty of room. Now when I'm doing several pans of bread, especially on trays, I will put one pan on one side of the oven rack, and on the second rack I will put the other pan on the other side so that there's airflow balance. But this is one of those wonderful convection ovens, so there shouldn't be too much problem with airflow. Okay, we're going to set the timer. Oh no. Let's not do that again. Alright, we're going to set it for 60 minutes, but since these are smaller pans, I'm going to keep an eye on them. Now, I will bring you back after they have come out of the oven and cooled down some, enough to remove from the pans. Hello and welcome back. Well, the bread is baked. It is cooling off. It is still warm. Of course, I've done the knife test. It is done, and it slides right out of the pan. I'm going to leave them. See, there's the chocolate chip one. It's a nice dense bread, but not as dense as pound cake. And I'm just going to leave them in the pan for easy transport. A very simple and good, healthy, well, sort of healthy, but from scratch recipe. Something that we need to learn how to cook more from scratch and stay away from all this fast food and all this other food with so many chemicals. Now just know that this has no preservatives in it but a little bit of salt. So it'll keep for a couple of days on the counter covered, or keep it in your fridge or freeze it. And like I said, if you're blessed to have a freeze dryer, you can slice it up and freeze dry it as well. I hope this video inspires you to cook this recipe and enjoy it yourself, because it is a good one. Simple, easy, and made from scratch, the way it should be. Please like and subscribe to my channel so that you can come along on other adventures with me. There'll be more cooking videos as I get time to do so. Please click the bell notification so that you can be notified when I upload another video. If you make this bread, please let me know how you enjoy it as well. And plus, just remember, you can add so many other different things to it. You can add nuts. You can make it plain. You don't have to add any orange peel or chocolate chips. You can just make yours plain as well. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Everyone take care. Be blessed.